This is a huge universe to explore and to learn about.
Oh my God!
I'm in heaven.
Michelle Kwan, is it you? I can't get enough! Your eyebrows are so perfect.
Strap in, honeys.
Yes!
We're going for a ride.
It's like a friendly poop.
Hey everyone, it's Anthony Allen Ramos from GLAAD. I'm so excited. Getting Curious with Jonathan Van Ness is starting on the 28th on Netflix. Super excited. Jonathan, how excited are you to take this kind of idea that began with this podcast? Now it's a show and you really get to talk about really important things like non-binary identity and more.
It's really so exciting. A concept that I think a lot about in my life is that sometimes challenges can live next to some of our biggest joys, like triumphs can live next to some of the biggest tribulations. And so we can actually talk about really important things and have really important conversations. And we can also laugh a lot, connect a lot, just experience a lot of joy. So this is, in Getting Curious, the TV show, I really wanted to, it's the same name as my podcast. I really wanted to get outside of the box of recording in a recording studio, having one expert for an hour and a half at a time. This is roughly a little bit less than 30 minutes, 3 to 6 or 7 experts per episode, lots of different costume changes, honey, lots of different skits. There's comedy. It's information variety comedy show. So it's fun, and the conversations do get really real sometimes, but we're also having a lot of fun.
No, I love it. We're talking about snack food, we're talking about ice skating, which I want to talk more about. But with the episode specifically about identity and being non-binary and gender, I think you do such a great job. Obviously, Alok comes in, you have other people talking about their experiences. But one of the things that you talk about was that moment when you heard the term non-binary and you realized, this is me. What was it like for you to come into that and finally just have that realization?
I mean, it was really a lot from, they were feelings and experiences from my entire life that led me to believe that I was non-binary. And so it's something that I have always been, I just didn't have the language for it. And I think meeting Alok in my life and becoming friends with Alok is really where that clicked. And that was I had Alok on my podcast years and years ago, I think 2019. And then we became friends after that. And it just felt like meeting long lost family or something. It felt like realizing that all of those feelings that I was experiencing, all of those times where I felt like I didn't fit in with anybody, that is what it was. And that was the piece of the puzzle that I didn't even know was missing. And so to get the opportunity to talk to Alok and Josh and Geo Neptune in Stonewall, of all places, where so many people have literally fought with their literal hands and lives to get the freedoms. And I mean, we just stand on so many shoulders of heroes before us to even have that conversation. And that just felt so special to be in such an important place, such an important place in queer history. And for us to get to be there and share in that energy just felt otherworldly, and it felt so special. And I can't wait for people to get to experience that episode. It felt so special.
I mean, there's such an opportunity thinking about the fandom that Queer Eye and you all have, really transcending audiences. So, people from all walks of life love Queer Eye, and I think they're gonna stumble upon this show. There's an opportunity for people to learn about the non-binary identity and to see that episode. What do you want people, to take away from that, and what do you hope that, the takeaway is from that episode especially, but for the series overall?
I hope that people take from the series overall curiosity, joy, comedy, connection. I think from that episode specifically, what I hope is for people to see the humanity of gender nonconforming and gender diverse people and trans people. We are humans. We want to be loved. We want to be accepted. We want to have full lives just how anyone else wants to have, whether that's joining a sports team or marrying the person that you love, having a family, getting a job that you're passionate about. Everybody wants to be an accepted, celebrated part of their community. So I think that for people that are not already within those communities and see this episode, I hope that it inspires more humanity and more curiosity in them, and hopefully makes them want to get shoulder to shoulder with the rest of us and fight for our freedom, fight for our lives. We're really going through so much right now as a community, and so hopefully it inspires more people to kind of get off the sidelines and get in the fight.
No, and it is a great episode, but I want to connect the dots because So we know you are figure skating obsessed. We get to see that. I'm still having flashbacks of you and Michelle Kwan at the GLAAD Media Awards. Love. But I was thinking, how incredible is it this moment that we're in, that we have Timothy LeDuc, who is going to be going to the Olympics, is a non-binary skater. Well, I mean, what's it like for you to see that moment?
So major, and I love Timothy so much. Could they be any more gorgeous? Could they be any more talented? I'm just so excited to cheer them on. I love Timothy so much. And also we have Jason Brown, honey. We also have Alyssa Liu. Alyssa Liu's non-binary. Hello. I mean, I feel like, am I hallucinating? I don't want to be speaking out of turn about that, but I'm pretty sure on their profile, yeah, she, they. Her pronouns, she, they. Why is no one talking about this, honey? Alyssa Liu, triple axel, landed a quad Lutz at Junior Worlds in 2020, honey. Get out of my face. They are the future of U.S. figure skating. I love Alyssa so much, but I also don't want to put too much pressure on them because they were saying in this interview the other day that figure skating is like their hobby and like they do it for fun and everything, whereas I'm more of like a helicopter parent, like figure skating fan. Like I'm kind of more of like, you know, I grew up in the 90s. We weren't as like emotionally and mentally like healthy back then with our athletes, so that makes me not want to put any pressure on them. You keep doing your hobby, nailing your life. We were so obsessed with you, Alyssa. Like, just
do it all. I know. I'm so excited for this Queer Olympics. Gotta talk about the Queer Eye GLAAD Media Award nominated again. Thinking about it, what I want to know is how cool is it to have someone like Miranda Lambert, a country music star, want to do the theme song and also just be like, I love you all, like you're all amazing and fabulous.
It's pretty cool. And also like, how dare she make such a catchy song? Like for 3 months now, all I've been saying is, yes, queen, go queen, dip it like a Dairy Queen. Put your inhibitions in a big U-Haul. I have a twang when I sing it. I am obsessed. It's the catchiest song. Especially like that opening line where it's like, if your life is like a tornado. It's so like, it makes me gonna cry, but then it gets fast. It's so good.
Before I let you go, you do such great work with GLAAD all throughout the year to really have important conversations about HIV stigma. Why is it so important and why is it so dangerous to have these stigmas about people living with HIV?
Well, I mean, there's so many different dangers to the stigma surrounding HIV, but I think the biggest stigma or the biggest danger around it is that it prevents people from getting tested. It prevents people from finding out that they're living with HIV, so it ultimately it perpetuates the spread of the disease whilst also it just perpetuates the disease. And I think with more information and more transparency, we can bring this that pandemic to an end.
No, you're so good, and thanks for all the support. The show, Getting Curious, will be available on Netflix on January 28th. Jonathan, can I see your middle finger before we go?
Yes, they're both there. We got all the episodes.
Oh, I love that. So good. Congratulations.
Thank you, honey.